So here we have Alexander Caller. Thank you, Alex, for joining us. Can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. I'm Alexander Fernandez Killer. I'm 21 years old. I live in Germany, Bavaria, and I'm going to do my bachelor's in international law in The Hague University.
How come you have chosen Vietnam and Climate.vn as an NGO for your volunteer experience?
I chose Vietnam because I've always been interested in Vietnam, in its history, Vietnamese war, colonization, politics. I kind of knew a lot about it, so that's why I chose Vietnam.
How about Climate.vn?
Climate.vn, due to my IB diploma, I had a lot to do with climate change. I wrote several essays on climate change, and my final thesis statement was about the urban heat island effect, so therefore I kind of had a background in it.
Interesting. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 4 months. I was originally only going to stay for 3 months, but then I extended for another month.
Yeah, what made you extend?
I would say multiple things. The people, the local volunteers I met, I'm really good friends with them. I met very interesting people in terms of international volunteers, made a lot of friends. It was a beautiful time I had, really nice, exciting. The food was awesome. I like Hanoi a lot.
Yeah.
I like the countryside, the cityscape, but also my work experience with Climate.vn was amazing.
That's very nice. Can you share a little bit about your working experience with climate?
Sure. My work experience with Climate.vn, I guess my two most memorable work experiences with Climate.vn were, the first one was my very first day, in which I was invited to a meeting in which Kian, just before the meeting started, told me that I might have to be careful with what I say and very cautious, as the people we are going to meet are government officials. So that was very touchy, very, very interesting. On my very first day, I didn't even spend 2 hours in the office, and I was invited to that meeting. So that was very memorable, very exciting. My other experience was probably the fact that I was invited to be the person to create the problem statements for the Techathon competition, in which applications had to be developed within 48 hours by programmers, and I had to come up with 4 mobile applications that they have to develop in these 48 hours. So it was very interesting and very exciting to see something that you thought of come to life within a weekend. So that was great.
Yeah. As far as I know, you've been in Sapa and Ha Long, right?
Right.
Can you share with us some experience you had there?
Sure. I did a bunch of trips, including Sapa, Ha Long Bay, and Ninh Binh province. And I would say my 2 favorite ones were probably Sapa, because we arrived at 5 o'clock in the morning by sleeper bus. And at 8 o'clock, 8:30ish, we started hiking up Mount Fansipan, highest mountain in Indochina. And because it's 3,100 something meters in height, you usually spend 3 days hiking. We did it in 1 day. Yeah. It was very adventurous, very dangerous, and totally worthwhile. The other memorable experience was my road trip to Ninh Binh province, Koc Phuong National Park, Hoa Lu, Chang'an, totally worth it. Beautiful scenery Hanoi has. Road trip was a hot day on the motorbikes. Great experience.
That sounds a little bit crazy, climbing Fansipan in 1 day, right?
Sure.
How did it work out for you?
How it worked out for me? Well, that was just very hard, very exhausting, very difficult. We actually had to take painkillers on our descent from the mountain. It was a 14-hour continuous hike. We only had one break, and that was 40 minutes maybe on the second base camp. We were drenched in water and mud, terrible weather, but that just made it more exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about some other trips you have in Vietnam?
Well, the other trips were very basic and yeah, around the city, inside the city, Temple of Literature, Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. I did all of that kind of stuff. I've been to villages outside of Hanoi, Fisher Village, visited schools, the basic stuff everybody does. Yeah.
That's always interesting, right?
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, and I hope to see you again soon in Vietnam.
Yep. Thank you very much. Okay.